I would say don't be afraid to document what you can't do with your current work, with your work capacity of your team.
Welcome to Facilities in Focus. I'm Dan Hounsel, Senior Editor with Trade Press Media Group. Today I'll be talking with Jared Goodspeed, who is Director of Facilities Management for Marion County, Florida. We'll be discussing preventive maintenance and his role in making preventive maintenance work in his facilities. Let's start by having you describe your facility, sort of setting the scene for viewers, specifically, whatever unique features of your facilities, the number that you're working with there, whatever it might be.
So we're in Central Florida here in Marion County, and it's a large county. We're over 1,600 square miles, and within that space, we own over 370 structures, and that's over 3.3 million square feet of occupied space. And we manage and upkeep buildings from our county jail to our fire departments, judicial center, and then all of our governmental complex buildings that provide services to our citizens.
And in terms of the practice of preventive maintenance in your facilities, how would you describe your department's involvement in preventive maintenance?
I mean, it's the main reason we're here. It's the building block of our facilities management team. It starts with our asset management, and then once we understand what our assets we're trying to upkeep for the life cycle, we develop a PM program that tries to extend that life cycle and have the most uptime for that equipment as possible.
And in terms of benefits, have you seen any particular sort of tangible benefits from preventive maintenance of your facilities?
Yeah, so about a decade ago, before we started getting really in depth into the PM program, if you don't have a robust PM program, you end up having an increase in your capital improvement program of replacement of assets prior to their life cycle that's expected. For example, if you have an HVAC system that you're not maintaining and you anticipate that equipment to last 15 to 20 years, but you have extreme failure rates at 10 to 11, you might find yourself replacing those assets at a higher cost earlier and unexpected than you would if you had a robust PM program. The other side, besides the financial and planning side, is you have a higher level of customer service. Each one of our departments, from fire department personnel to sheriff's deputies to citizens and staff, they experience a better work environment when they don't have failures to the assets that they rely on every day, from toilets to HVAC to chillers, lighting systems. When those are at a higher uptime, they're having a better work environment.
Have you come across any particular challenges in developing and implementing preventive maintenance, whether it's on the buy-in side from, for getting funding for this, or for implementing it with your folks in the field? Anything that you would point to?
Yeah, I mean, we have pretty good buy-in here in Marion County because our infrastructure is on the tail end side of life expectancy. So the better we maintain, the longer we're going to have. One of the interesting parts that we have to battle is the blend of trying to embrace new technologies, as well as trying to make sure that your technicians are safe as well. During those PMs. Labor side, you got to make sure that you have personnel that's dedicated to your PM. A lot of time PMs get looked at as a lower priority. And so if something else comes in that is deemed a higher priority, you might pull your technicians off of that PM. So one of the challenges that we've had, and we've tried to create a system that prevents that, is we've created a daily trouble call team that they do kind of the low maintenance or the quick calls. Hey, my light's out, or I think I heard something here. We're not pulling people off of those PMs. We're trying to leave them laser focused. We also have a small construction team that we do a lot of renovations and some upkeeps in buildings that really lets that team focus. And day to day, we should not be pulling them off. So I guess focus, embracing technologies, and maintaining safety are big. We recently had a blend of technology and safety at Marion County of just doing really roof inspections and inspecting some of our gutter systems that would clog periodically and sometimes infrequent and cause some issues with the building. So we invested in a drone that has IR capability, and so our technicians can fly the drone up, do some inspections without having to physically get on that roof. So We've embraced technology. We've eliminated some of the safety concerns that may exist. And you might even have better retention and retainage of newer employees that are looking for that new look of technology as we go into building automation in the future.
In terms of advice or suggestions, if a manager were looking to develop a PM program or streamline or implement an existing program, are there any pieces of advice that you would offer?
Yeah, I would say don't be afraid to document what you can't do with your current work, with your work capacity of your team. And what I mean by that is that if you have a new device, a new asset that you want to do a PM program on, look at what the manufacturer recommends. Put all that into your system. And then you make modifications over time. So if it says to check something every 3 months and you notice over a year you have not had a failure or you don't see anything, you can then make a modification. Maybe you're doing it every 5 months or 6 months. And if you just can't get to a program where you're maybe cleaning coils frequently that's recommended, document that and show we were unable to get to that. And that will show support for your stakeholders and leadership long-term, of showing that if you had additional personnel, you'd be able to handle these PMs, therefore extending the life of your assets and providing a better work environment for your customers.
Well, very good. Jared, excellent information, excellent insights. Thank you for taking time to talk today.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
I've been talking about preventive maintenance in facilities with Jared Goodspeed, who is Director of Facility Management for Marion County, Florida. I'm Dan Hounsel, Senior Editor with Trade Press Media Group. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.